You're a coach, a business owner, or a service provider, and you know your offer is good, but barely anyone's seeing it every time you post content. Here's why. In this live, I'm going to share with you a strategy so that you can be able to increase the visibility on your videos and the profitability for your offers just by doing these three simple steps. This live is for business owners where you're already at six figures, but you also have an audience on social media, whether it's Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, or YouTube. And your biggest issue right now is you don't know how to convert your followers into customers. I want to show you how you can do that in this live. This live is also for the successful coach or the successful service provider where you have built your business through word of mouth, you built your business through referrals, but when it comes to creating content online, you can't seem to build your business online. Why? Because it's hard for you to get your expertise that's in here into your videos. So I want to show you how you can do that with just three simple steps, right? So if you are coming in right now, I just want to say thank you and welcome you for joining us in this live today. I'm going to be talking about I know I have a good offer, but why is no one seeing it? I'm going to show you how you can shift that to increase your visibility online. What do I mean by visibility? I mean, increase your following, whether you're on Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, or YouTube. Increase your reach, how many views you're getting on your videos so that more people can hear about you. And then how you can sell your offer to your followers so that now they would want to buy from you. And when I talk about offers, I'm talking about high ticket offers. So that's anything that's over $1,000 or more. That is a high ticket offer. I'm going to show you how you can do that with your videos. So I want to welcome all my business owners who have come into here. We are live on multiple platforms right now. So if you are a business owner, go ahead and drop the name of your business in the chat so I can shout you out. This is your opportunity to get a shout out. You never know who's tuning in who needs your services. You never know who's tuning in who wants to buy from you. But if you don't drop the name of your business in the chat, then guess what? That is a missed opportunity for marketing, right? So if you are a business owner, feel free to drop the name of your business in the chat. If you're not a business owner, but you want to stick around for some motivation, you can go ahead and let me know what city you are tuning in from. I am in New York City. It is 9 o'clock in the morning, crack of dawning. In New York, it's starting to get hot, so I can feel the heat coming in and the sun coming in. I'm really excited about that. All right, so another call, one more call for all my business owners. Go ahead and drop the name of your business in the chat so I can shout you out. If you are not a business owner, you can just drop the name of your city in the chat and I will shout you out as well. This live is for business owners, coaches, and service providers where you are using social media in order to attract your dream clients to you. You don't want to run ads, or you ran ads in the past, but it did not work for you. It feels icky when you have to slide into people's DMs just so that you can sell. And if you're on LinkedIn, you feel overwhelmed with the amount of people who are constantly selling to you. So you don't want to do that to your people. I want to show you how you can reach your audience by being your authentic, true self, creating video content that actually speaks to them so that they would want to buy from you. Right? So here's the thing. I like to teach all my lives like they are master classes. So as you come into here, grab your notebook, grab your pen, take note, take action, make some money, honey. Why? Because action takers are money makers, not time wasters. We're going to be together today for about an hour. I'm going to be dropping 3 tips that helps you to increase your visibility, whether you're using TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, or YouTube, and how you can increase your profitability so that now you are having consistent 5-figure months. What do I mean by consistent 5-figure months? I mean consistent 10K months, 20K months, 30K months, and beyond, right? So if your goal is to scale your business, if your goal is to get to the next level in your business, you are tired of doing word of mouth and referrals, it's doing good for you, but you want to get to the next level, then this live is going to help you. I'm going to share with you 3 ways that you can increase your visibility online as well as your profitability. So thank you all for coming in. Thank you, Dr. B, for double tapping on the screen. The more you engage with me on this live, the more social media will push it out, right? So for those of you who are tuning in, you can like the live, you can share the live. All you have to do is hit the arrow at the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, share it with 20 people in your DMs, let them know to come in. Why am I asking you to do this? Because there are some of you right now where your engagement is low. Who am I talking to right now? Your engagement is low on social media. It doesn't matter how much content you post. Your engagement is low. Your views are low. You have between 100 to 200 views on your videos. You have about one comment every now and then, and that one comment tends to come from your best friend who just wants to support you. The reason why your engagement is low is because what you are sowing, you are reaping. So if you're not engaging with other people, guess what? They're not engaging with you. And every single platform, the number one thing that's super important other than content, so I should say the number two thing that's super important other than content is engagement, right? And so you are going to reap what you sow. That's actually a principle that's found in the Bible. That's 2 Corinthians 9, verse 6. What you are sowing is what you're reaping. So if you're recognizing my views are low, my engagement is low, start engaging with other people, and you'll start to see that they will engage with you, and the platform will start to push your content out. So you can start right here. You can just double tap the screen. You can share this video out. You can like the video. You can also drop questions in the chat. I will be happy to answer your questions as we go into this live. Again, I'm sharing 3 tips to increase your visibility online as well as your profitability, so that now when you're showing up authentically, and you are selling your high ticket offer to your dream clients who have been waiting for you. So who am I? I'm Shamara Star Cox, TV producer and marketing coach. My goal is to help 6 and 7 figure business owners create binge-worthy content that gets them seen and gets them paid. Why binge-worthy? Because whatever you binge, you buy. I want to do a quick poll with you. If you are able to write in the chat, I want to do a quick poll with you just to prove that to you, right? How many of you have a Netflix account? Drop a me in the chat if you have a Netflix account, right? I just want to do a quick poll. How many of you have a Netflix account? Hey, Jazzy Crystals, how you doing? Right? Drop a me in the chat. There we go. Jazzy Crystal says, I do, right? Jazzy Crystal, I'm going to answer your question in just a little bit. All right. How many of you have a Hulu account? Drop a me in the chat if you have a Hulu account, right? I'm raising my hand because I have a Hulu account and a Netflix account. Right? So don't, how many of you have a Hulu account? There we go. I see some me's coming in. Okay, one more time. How many of you have an Amazon Prime account? You have Amazon Prime account, right? And some of y'all be purchasing your products every single month, right? I'm raising my hand because I have an Amazon Prime account, right? So here's the thing. I see 3 for 3. I see lots of me's that are coming in. 3, right? Crystal said, yup, me, right? So that's 3 for 3. You have these platforms and you're binging them and paying for it every single month. Guess what? We're in a society where everyone is trained to do that. Everyone is trained to pay for something that they are binging. So what do? I show you how to tap into that. I show you how to create content that taps right into the binge nature, so that now you are taking your audience from just browsing to binging to buying. That's the strategy. It works every single time. I have clients who have come to me that has told me, oh my goodness, I just got a new client because they were binging my content. So I show you how you get your audience to binge so that now they can buy from you. And it doesn't matter if you're selling low ticket or high ticket, but I prefer to work with those of you who are selling high ticket, which means you're selling anything over $1,000. Anything that is 4 figures or more, that is considered high ticket. And when you're selling that, could you imagine someone binging your content? Let's imagine some of you here, you have $1,000 offer or $1,500 offer. 5 people binge your content, 3 of them buy. How much money did you just make from those people binging, right? 3 times 1,000, that's $3,000 just from people binging your content. 3 times 1,500, that's $4,500. How significant would that impact your business? I want you to think about that. And I'm only saying that because some of you on here, you believe the only way to sell on social media is you have to sell a low ticket offer. That's not the only way. You can sell high ticket on social media. You just got to have the right strategy. And part of that strategy is being visible. If people cannot see you, they're not going to pay you. Right? So your goal is to be seen so that you can get paid. And the more that people see you, the more you will get paid. I had a call with someone earlier this week, and they said to me, oh my goodness, before I hopped on your call, I saw your video just this morning. Imagine that. So now in their minds, they're like, oh, wait, I saw her video and now I'm ready to buy from her. That's the same thing that could happen for you, but you got to be seen. And in order for you to be seen, you got to create the content that people want to watch. Right now, there's a lot of you on here. Although you are the expert, you're not creating content that people want to watch. You're creating content that people are scrolling right by. So, what is it that you can do in your videos in order to get people to stop the scroll? There's so many things that you can do, but we're going to go into 3 tips that's going to help you so that now you can reach your audience, right? And those 3 tips I'm going to share with you in just a little bit, but I do want to answer Jazzy Crystal's question. She asks, do you use hashtags? Yes, I do use hashtags, right? So let this be a standard. Any of you who are tuning in right now, if you have a question about your content, about your strategy, about your marketing, feel free to drop that in the chat. I will be happy to answer it. So Jazzy Crystal, I do use hashtags, but let me tell all of you, what is the purpose of hashtags on any platform that you're on? The purpose is not to push your content out. That's not the purpose of hashtags anymore. That used to be maybe about 10 years ago. The purpose of hashtags today is to categorize your content. So when you put hashtags on your video, you're telling TikTok, lump my content into this. When you put hashtags in your content, you're telling YouTube, lump my content into this. So that now when people go to that hashtag, your content is categorized as part of it. I had used a hashtag strategy on TikTok, right? In order for me to reach my dream clients. It took me 4 months to do it, but once it worked, I was able to bring in clients left and right. So it definitely is possible to get sales using the right hashtags, but just want to let you know, the goal isn't to increase visibility, it's to categorize your content so that the platform now knows, okay, this is the type of content, let me push it, let me group it with these types of content. You want your content to be grouped because you want it to be recommended to other people who are watching similar content like that, right? So that's why you want to be strategic about your hashtags. I want to give you just a quick warning. If you are using ChatGPT or any other AI tool for your hashtags, you want to make sure that you are prompting it correctly. Because I have had my ChatGPT give me hashtags that I'm like, these aren't popular enough. The hashtags are so niche that barely anyone is using it. You don't want to use those hashtags. Contrary to popular beliefs, and people are like, you want to use the hashtags that has the less videos in it. That it literally makes no sense. If it has the less videos in it, that means people aren't watching it. You want to use the hashtags that have a lot of videos in it. So I like using hashtags that have 500,000 of content in it, 1,000,000 in it. You see how now that's shifting. Some of you are like, oh, I didn't know that. Right? Exactly. You're like, I didn't know that, because you hear a lot of gurus who are telling you you want to use the hashtags that have just a little bit of content in it. It just doesn't make sense. You want your content to be pushed with a lot of other content too, right? So that's important. Hey, Keith and Vanessa, how you doing? All right, so we're gonna get right into this. I'm sharing 3 tips. If you have a great offer, but barely anyone is seeing it. Oh, Jazzy. Okay, if your views are low, then stick around. This is what's going to help you. If your views are low, chances are it's your hooks, right? So we'll go into that in a little bit when I give you the tips to increase your visibility, right? So any of you, if your views are between 100, 200 views, 300 views, and it's just stuck there and you've been doing this for months and it hasn't moved, chances are it's your hooks. And we got to shift your hooks in order for more people to actually watch your content, right? So I want to give you this quick story and then I'm going to go into these tips. All right. So I'm going to give you this quick story. As I told you before, that I am a TV producer. But prior to working in television, I was trying to break into the television industry. So before, I worked at a staffing agency. And let me tell you, it felt like I was never going to get out. How many of you did all the right things? You went to school, you graduated from college, you graduated with honors. That's where I was. And I was told that if I do all of that, I will be able to land my dream job, making a lot of money and living the American dream, right? How many of you have ever heard that lie before? Yup, I said lie, right? Because I did all those things and none of that ever happened. Instead, when I graduated from college, I had all my awards on the wall. I had all these honors on the wall. Every year I was getting inducted into some type of honor society. And I was thinking that these honors was going to help me to get a job in corporate and I was going to get a high paying job too. Well, that didn't happen. When I graduated from college, all I had was all these awards and I couldn't find a job. I couldn't find a job for 9 months. Nope, 11 months. Excuse me. I couldn't find a job for 11 months after I graduated with my first college degree. When I went to get my master's, I couldn't find a job for 2 years. Who am I talking to? Where you were lied to as well. They told you all you got to do is go to school, get good grades, graduate, and you'll be able to work whatever company you want to work. And that did not happen, right? Same thing happened to me. And so I remember one day, as I'm applying for jobs, I'm getting no callbacks, and my awards on the wall are laughing at me. It's just mocking me. Oh, look, you were on the dean's list, but you can't get a job. You entered this honor society, but you can't get a job. And I remember welling up with tears, getting so angry and getting so tired of the taunting that I knocked all of those awards off my wall. This was years ago, probably over 10 years ago. Till this day, I still don't have those awards on my wall because I said, I'm never going to let society lie to me again. Right. And I finally ended up getting a job, but it wasn't for what I went to school for. There are some of you like that right now. You're still working in corporate and it's not for what you went to school for. And you have convinced yourself that you won't be able to live your dream all because you've been in this other field for so long. So that's where I was working a job in a field that I didn't go to school for. And I remember being so frustrated. I live in New York City, so in order to get to work, we'd be on the train. I have to hop on the train. So I would hop on the train. I would go to Grand Central, and I would be so frustrated. Needless to say, it was during that time that I learned how to fast. Okay, so I was fasting. I was crying to God, Lord, please open the door for me so that I can work in television. And then finally, one day, I get a call from a company that's like, we want to interview you. I go in for the interview and I interview with 3 executive producers and we totally hit it off. I mean, totally hit it off. They love me. I love them. I asked the right questions. They asked the right questions. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, I got this job. That's it. I got this job. Right. And do you know, they gave that job to somebody else. Somebody else. I wasn't devastated. I was at peace. But I will tell you, there was a little frustration there. But here's what they told me. They said, keep in touch. And so I did that. I followed up with them for an entire year. I would reach out and say, hey, how you doing? I will wish them happy holidays, right? And then one full year later, they reached out to me and they hired me for a higher position. You want to know why? Because I was top of mind. My question to you is, are you top of mind when you're putting out your content? The only reason why people want to buy from you is because they can see you and they're constantly thinking about you. If your views are low, if your comments are low, if your shares are low, chances are you're not top of mind yet. The worst thing you could do is create content that people forget. That's the worst thing you can do. And so if you recognize your following isn't growing, it is stagnant. It's been stagnant for a year. That means you're not top of mind. So what can you do to shift that? You want to create content that actually speaks to your audience, that brings them in. But here's what happens when you're able to do that. Now you're able to get the big bucks. Now you're able to sell that high ticket. And now you're able to attract higher paying clients that want to pay you right now. But if you're in here and you have tried everything from a hashtag strategy to going to ChatGPT to even running ads, and that has not made a significant change in your business, then I want to invite you to join us in the Convert Content to Cash Challenge. In the challenge, we show you how to create content that sells. What do I mean by that? I mean how you can show up as your authentic self, creating video content that speaks to your audience and draws them in. If you have an email list already and you want to grow your email list without using ads, we can show you how to do that in the challenge. If you already are accustomed to getting sales through word of mouth and referrals, and you want to know how can I add another stream of leads and revenue to my business using social media, that's what we show you in the challenge. So if you want to join us, all you have to do is DM me the word challenge accepted, and I will personally send you an invite to the challenge. Or if you look at the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, you'll see an orange button. If you're on TikTok, you see an orange button. Click that button and type challenge accepted. Send me your email address and then hit send. And I will see that after the live and send you a personal invite. If you are on YouTube, if you are on LinkedIn, you can comment challenge accepted into the chat and I will. Oh, excuse me. No, if you're on LinkedIn, you can DM me the word challenge accepted and I will personally send you an invite. If you are on YouTube, if you actually comment challenge accepted, I will personally send you the link so that you can join us in the challenge. Here's the thing about the challenge. We get started July 7th. So that's a month from now. So some of you may be thinking to yourself, oh, okay, I got a whole month before I join this challenge. But what if you join today? What if you join today, receive the content strategy that you can start implementing today and start to see a shift in your business from today? What would that do for you? As opposed to waiting till July to join the challenge, you join now, you get access to bonuses where we can help you with your content strategy a month prior to the challenge. Now, this is only for the coach or the business owner who's like, I'm ready for a change right now. I'm tired of what I've been doing. I'm tired of listening to this guru and that guru. I want a change right now. What is it that I can do? Well, the first 5 people to sign up for the VIP experience, you get invited to an early VIP mixer with us. And with that mixer, I get to meet you personally. So you see that I'm a real person. I am not AI, right? But then I also get to learn more about your business and you get to receive a VIP visibility strategy from me that you can start working right now. But that's only for the first 5 people to sign up for the VIP mixer. If you don't sign up if you're number 6, you won't get invited to the mixer, right? We also have our level, which is the Diamond Experience. In the Diamond Experience, you actually get access to a one-on-one elite content strategy session with me. In that strategy session, the goal is for you to get clarity. Why? Because once you have clarity, you now will have confidence. Once you have confidence, you can now create content. Once you create content, you can now get cash. Clarity leads to confidence. Confidence leads to content. Content leads to cash. The reason why some of you are not getting paid for your offer on social media right now, the way that you want to, is because you don't have the content that's going to convert. And the reason why you don't have the content is because you don't have the clarity. Once you have the clarity, who am I serving? What am I selling? What is my strategy? Guess what? From there, you can confidently create the content that leads to cash. So if you're like, that's what I need, that's what I want to join, go ahead, DM me the word challenge accepted if you're on Instagram, TikTok, or LinkedIn, and I will personally send you an invite. If you are on YouTube, just comment challenge accepted in the chat and I will drop the link so that you can get access to it, right? Okay, awesome. So if you're all still with me, drop a I'm ready in the chat. If you're ready for these 3 tips, I'm going to be sharing with you 3 tips on how you can increase your visibility and your profitability online if you are selling high ticket. Awesome. Jazzy says, I'm ready. Let's go right into this. So these are 3 tips that you can use, right? If you're taking notes, this is where you want to start taking notes, right? Okay, here's the first tip. Stay seen. Stay seen. That's the first tip. Stay seen. The second tip, silence the scream. Silence the scream. I know some of you are like, what are you talking about? We're going to get to it. We're going to get to it, right? So stay seen, silence the scream. And then number 3, showcase the dream. Showcase the dream, right? So one more time, stay seen, silence the scream, and showcase the dream. So those are the 3 things that we are going to go through today so you can increase your visibility. You have a great offer already, whether you're selling a coaching program, you have a hair salon, you have a spa, you are a consultant, right? You're selling life insurance or any type of insurance. You already have a great offer. But why isn't anyone seeing it on social media? And that is because of this first one, which is you need to stay seen. People have to see you. But here's the thing, repetition builds recognition. Oh, that was a good one. That should be on a t-shirt. Repetition builds recognition. What do I mean by that? How often are you showing up? Are you showing up once a week? Are you showing up once a month? How often are you showing up? And when I talk about showing up, I don't just mean by video content. I'm also talking about live videos. How often are you showing up on your social media? Or are you using the excuse that I have too many, I have clients, I got to focus on my children, I have a meeting, right? Oftentimes, these excuses reveal something about us in our heart. It's not that you don't want to show up, there may just be a fear there that's hindering you from showing up. And so instead of you addressing the fear, you use excuses like, I just don't know what to post. Oh, I have a meeting. I got to work with clients. But instead of you just admitting, you know what, I just don't know what to do. I just don't know what I'm doing. You're now avoiding being seen, right? So repetition builds recognition. You got to show up consistently. And what do I mean by that? Consistency does not mean that you got to post every day. If you are posting every day, kudos to you. Consistency does not mean that you got to post 3 or 4 times a day. If you are posting 3 or 4 times a day, kudos to your energy. I don't got that type of energy, right? Consistency just means that you are posting on a certain schedule each time so that your audience will know when you're showing up. So what do I mean by that? If you're posting reels, TikToks, or short form, what days and times are you posting it? Or are you posting it sporadically? Do you have a set schedule? I post Monday through Fridays at 9 a.m. Eastern. Or are you posting Monday whenever you feel like you wake up, Tuesday whenever you feel like you wake up, Wednesday? That's not consistent. I told you I work in television, right? How many of you used to watch ABC during TGIT? Thank God it's Thursday. Does anyone remember that? TGIT, thank God it's Thursday. It used to have Scandal in it. It used to have How to Get Away with Murder. It used to have Grey's Anatomy. Does anyone remember that? Am I showing my age? Well, back in my day, we used to have TGIT, thank God it's Thursdays, and ABC used to show Scandal. They used to show How to Get Away with Murder and Grey's Anatomy, right? Yep, me and Jazzy, it's just me and you on this live today, right? Right? Okay. So Jazzy said yes. Anyone else drop a yes in the chat? Okay. Vanessa and Keith said, yep, me too. Right? And guess what? It would come on every Thursday and it will start at a particular time. Every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern, they will start. For me, I'm on the East Coast, right? They would never launch a brand new episode of Scandal on a random Tuesday. Never. They had a set time and a set schedule. Why? Because they were letting us know we're going to show up, so we want you to show up too. And if you didn't show up, that meant the next day you couldn't join the lunchroom chat when we were all talking about Scandal. I know I wasn't the only one. We would sit, me and my family, we would watch Scandal just so that when we go to work the next day, we could talk about it in the lunchroom because nobody wanted to miss what happened between Olivia Pope and the president. All right. So I'm bringing this up for a reason. Every time a TV station or movie is launching, they will set it for a particular day and a particular time. That is consistency. Are you consistent with your audience? When you're posting, do you have a set schedule, days and times that you are posting so that they know, oh, this is when you're showing up? I know this sounds different, right? Because there's a lot of you where you're accustomed to, well, let me look at my analytics. My analytics says this is when my audience is on. So this is when I should post. I should post an hour before they come on. And you do that and your views are still low. Why? Because there's no consistency. You're following analytics. The thing is, they may be on, but they may not be on for your live video. They may be on, but they may not be on for your content. They may just be on the platform watching somebody else's content who is actually consistent. So how can you show up consistently so that now your audience is accustomed to seeing you? Same thing with your live videos. When I go live, it's not sporadic, honey. It's not. I go live Tuesdays to Thursdays at 9 a.m. Eastern. That's on purpose because I want people who they're accustomed to seeing me live, I want them to come back, keep coming back and know, oh, Star's on. Hey, Keisha, I totally forgot you dropped hi in the chat. Not sure if you're still here. How you doing, honey? Right? So how can you shift so that now you are consistent and your audience can expect for you to show up? Right? So that's the first thing. You want to build recognition. You got to have repetition. So you got to be consistent so that they can find you. Now, here's the next thing. You want your people to binge your content. You want them to binge your content. Why? Because of this right here. There's a rule in marketing that's called 7-11-4, right? And I'm pretty sure some of you have heard this already. People have to search you 7 times before they choose to buy. They have to cross paths, they have to watch your content 11 times or see you, excuse me, they have to see you 11 times before they decide to buy. And they have to see you across 4 different platforms. How many of you have heard that before? 7-Eleven 4. They got to be able to search you 7 times. They got to see you 11 times, and they got to see you across 4 different platforms, right? Before they make a decision to buy. There's a reason why this is happening. They're doing this because if they see you enough times, they feel like they know you. That's it. If they see you enough times, they feel like they know you and they can trust you now. So the goal here is to build trust in a short amount of time. You know, the best way to build trust in a short amount of time is to get people to binge your content. That's a real thing. That's the reason why you pay Netflix every single month, because you want to see Bridgerton. You've trusted them enough to know if I pay them, they're going to put out content that I like Bridgerton, or You, because You definitely came back. I don't know if any of you watch You, but I love me some You. I haven't seen the newest season, so please don't do no spoilers, right? But it's the same thing with Amazon Prime. You pay that fee. Hey, Chanel, you pay that fee, whether it's once a year or you're paying it monthly, so that you can be able to get unlimited shipping every single month. And so the goal is to get your audience to binge. Hey, Roxy, get your audience to binge, right? Vanessa loves You too. Exactly. You was some. Did y'all know? First of all, let me just take it back a little bit. Did y'all know that You started on Lifetime? So I told you I used to work at A&E. A&E, Lifetime is one of our networks. So I was there when they launched You. So I used to get to watch You before it actually got launched, right? Like, it was so good. The first season, it was so good. So I'd be in my office because we used to get early plays of the show. So I'm watching the shows before it launched, and I'm like, this is a really good show. And do you know that Lifetime got rid of it because it did not do that great on Lifetime. They got rid of it. It didn't do that great on Lifetime. And then Netflix picked it up. And look how they're in season 4 right now. Is it 4 or 5? I think it's 4. They're on season 4 right now because Netflix picked it up, and it does so good on Netflix. Like, I'm telling you, it's so good. Jazzy said, You was the best. Yes, I know. You bet. Okay, I know. I'm going to watch it. I'm looking forward to it. What I was doing was, no, I think they launched all the episodes. Yeah. I'm looking forward to it, especially because I was shocked that they even came out with another episode or another season. Like, I really thought they were done after the last season. Like, he done got a new wife. He's rich now, and it's okay for him to do what he does. And we thought that was it. And then it came out with a whole new season. So, okay. Vanessa and Keith says, oh, wow, we didn't know. Yeah. So anyway, that was just a big shout out to Lifetime. Okay, that don't got nothing to do with my message, but that's how much I love you, right? Okay, let's go back to binging now, right? So you get your audience to binge. You get to shorten those 11 touches in just that one sitting, right? So if it takes them 11 touches before they buy, sometimes it's 15. Sometimes they got to see you 15 times before they choose to buy. If they go to your page and they binge your content now, that happens in one sitting. So I want to give you an example. I had a client before they were my client. They saw my video and they were binging my content for 3 hours. No, it wasn't 3 hours. I'm ODing. They binged my content for like over an hour. They were sitting on the toilet watching my videos. They were sitting on the toilet. Their feet fell asleep just watching my videos. And they were like, you know what? I need to buy. I know some of y'all are like, what? They were sitting on the toilet? Yes. Create binge-worthy content. When they watch your videos, they're going to be so captivated. So captivated. So he was so captivated that he was like, she's my coach. I need to go ahead and buy. And he went ahead and bought and became one of my clients. So a good strategy is to get people to binge your content. Now, here's the thing. Some of you are like, that sounds nice, but my views are low, so people aren't binging. So what can you do in order for you to shift so that people can binge your content? Well, let me ask you this question. What makes you binge? Drop it in the chat. What makes you binge? Hey, Tamara, how you doing, honey? Drop it in the chat. What makes you binge? Well, I'm talking about shows. I'm talking about content. What makes you binge, right? It's a good question. I'll share some of the examples that I've gotten, but I want to give you an opportunity to write in the chat, like what makes you binge? Okay, Jazzy says interesting content. Anyone else? What makes you binge? So we got interesting content. Anyone else? We got Interest in the products, love it. So Katina says interest in the products. Anyone else? Let's take one more. Oh, something that's got a good story. That's a really good one. Something that's got a good story, right? So all of those things, absolutely, absolutely. I've also heard things like the celebrity may make you binge, right? Depending on who the celebrity is, you may binge. If there's a cliffhanger ending, you definitely want to know how the next episode ends. So cliffhanger ending, there's some type of entertainment, right? If you want to learn something, like these things will make you binge. So here's the thing, in the TV industry, we rely on binging. That's a like binging. Of course, to us, it seems like it's new over the last decade, but it's not true. It's something that we rely on. You remember every time a show was about to come out with a new season, they would just put out the full season on TV so you could just sit there and binge it. That's on purpose. That's on purpose. So what are we actually doing? Is we're creating an experience for you. We're creating an experience for you. We know that you're going to binge because you want to learn something. You like the character, you like the story. So we're going to create this experience for you so that now you can sit here and binge and you have no reason to click off. So my question to you is, what experience can you create for your audience when they're coming to your page? What emotions do you want to evoke? Now, this takes your content to the next level because instead of just posting just to post, you're now posting with a purpose. And that purpose is profits. In order for you to get paid for your content by converting your followers into customers, you have to be able to create an experience that now, from your content to the sale, they are so locked in. And if you do not know how to do that, what's going to happen is you're going to get people who watch you one time and never see you again. And then 3 months later, they're like, wow, your videos haven't popped up for me in a long time. Right? But the goal is to get them to watch that first video, fall in love, go to your page and start binging your content. And then from there, go ahead and buy from you. If you don't know how to do that, but you want to learn how to do that because you're tired of hearing hop on this trend, post videos that are under 10 seconds, post 3 or 4 times a day, all of those tactics, they could work. But what about having a strategy that is simple and is evergreen? A strategy that works a long time, that even if you post today, a year from now, that content is still being shown and people are still buying from it. I've had clients where that has happened for them. I had one client come to me and tell me, "Oh my goodness, this strategy worked. I got a new client because they binged my videos. All they did was binge my videos and from there they just bought." So she didn't even need a sales call. They just bought. Another client, this happened for her. She was able to get people to watch her content and just buy from her. Just buy from her, right? So how many of you in here, that's what you desire? You want to know, how can I do this without having to put in extra effort, because you still got to run your business. You still got to take care of your family, right? If you want to learn how to do that, join us in the Convert Content to Cash Challenge. All you got to do is DM me the word challenge accepted. Or if you're on TikTok, look at the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, right? And you can select the orange button in order for you to DM the word challenge accepted. All right. So I just pinned my notice there. It's only going to be there for 30 seconds if you're on TikTok. So you can just click that white box right there and DM me the word challenge accepted. If you are on LinkedIn, Instagram, feel free to DM that word. If you are on YouTube, you want to just comment challenge accepted into the chat, and I will go ahead and send you the invite in the chat so that you can get access to it, right? All right, awesome. Yep, I see some hands raising. Hey, Miss Luxury, how you doing? I see some hands raising. So I want to give you an example of one of my clients, right? So I'm going to share this with you, and I'm going to give you an example of one of my clients. So people buy from you when they remember, and they can't remember you if you only show up once a week. So people buy from you when people buy from who they remember, and they can't remember you if you only post once a week. And they definitely can't remember you if they're not binging your content. If you post and they don't binge, they may forget, right? So I have a former client, her name is Jasmine. She is a full-time artist, right? So what she does is she creates high-end art that she sells to executives so that they can put it in their office, or even entrepreneurs where they can have it in their space. That's what she does. She helps people to feel like they are at home and they can connect to their identity when they see these art. It's authentic Black art and it's beautiful. And when she first started posting on social media, she already had a following that was coming in, right? And people were watching her content. But what we showed her was how to be consistent with her audience so she can sell this high ticket. When she was done, when she was not, I'm not saying when she was done, when she was working with us, there were three things that she walked away knowing. She knew that every time she posted a particular content, it was going to get her audience to binge. And every time she posted a particular content, it was going to get her audience to buy. To buy. Who would love to have that type of clarity? Right? Where you don't have to try to figure it out yourself. You already know if I post this video, people will binge it. And if I post this video, people will buy from me. How many of you would love that type of clarity? Right? So now when you're posting, it doesn't feel like you're just throwing spaghetti at the wall. Now, when you're posting, you know exactly what to say to get your audience to buy from you. This is especially for the business owners where you're accustomed to getting sales through word of mouth and referrals. And when it comes to you selling, you're great selling one-to-one because you could read the room, you can see their facial expression, you're already coming highly recommended. But when you're on social media, the people don't know you from a hole in the wall. So how do you build that same trust like it's one-on-one? How do you have that same conversation to be able to sell one to many like you're selling one-to-one through your videos? That's what we show you in the challenge so that now when you're showing up, you're being a blessing to your audience. Why is this important? Because when people feel blessed, they invest. Come on now. When people feel blessed, they invest. That's bars. Somebody should put that on a t-shirt. Give me credit for it. That's a real thing. When you show up being a blessing to your timeline, their next question is, how can I buy from you? So if people aren't asking you, how can I buy from you? Chances are you're not being a blessing to them yet. Not yet. And I want to show you how you can shift that in the challenge. But here's the thing. Our challenge launches July 7th, but we have some bonuses that expire if you don't sign up right away. So the first 5 people to sign up for the early mixer, the early access VIP mixer, you actually get to join it. We get to meet in that small setting. We get to meet before the challenge starts. Not only that, I get to share with you a VIP visibility strategy. Why is this important? Because if you're selling high ticket, you want to be able to reach as much people as possible that you can sell to. There are some of you right now, your product, your offer is amazing. It is life-changing. You have helped people before and it has worked for them and they get results quickly and it lasts a long time. But when you're on social media, that same expertise doesn't translate. And instead, you see someone else who has less experience than you, doing less work than you, getting paid more than you. Ouch. That's so annoying. And it's not because they're younger than you, it's only because they know marketing and you don't. So in the challenge, we want to show you a marketing strategy that gets you seen and gets you paid for the expert that you are. Why? Because when people get to hear about you, it's not just that you're changing one person's life, but you now get to change multiple people's lives. And not just in your platform, but you now get to open doors to speaking engagements, being on high profile podcasts, more people knowing your name. Because after all, isn't that why you started your business? I'm sure you didn't start it for it to be the best kept secret. I'm pretty sure you started it so that more people could hear about it. I'm pretty sure you started it so that you can leave a financial legacy for your children. I'm pretty sure you started it so you can build generational wealth. You may not have come from a great background, but you already knew I'm going to be a millionaire so that my children don't got to struggle like I did. And for some of you, you may be still in your 9 to 5 and you want to leave that 9 to 5 so that you can run your business full time. For the rest of you, you may already be running your business full time and you're ready to scale. No matter what level you are at, feel free to DM me the word challenge accepted so that I can help you. That's the goal. The goal is for me to impact hundreds of thousands of business owners so that you can build wealth with your authenticity. You don't have to feel like, oh my goodness, no one's ever seeing my content. I'm never going to live the dream that I want of me being on these stages and impacting the world from the stage. You don't have to worry about that because social media opens the door for you. How do I know? Because, thank you, Kareem. How do I know? Do y'all know Tabitha Brown? Anyone knows Tabitha Brown? Just drop a me in the chat if you know Tabitha Brown, right? Tabitha Brown got her start 5 years ago on TikTok, right? And when she started, she didn't like the way that she talked. Not at all. Nope. She didn't like her voice, none of that. But yet, it was the very thing that she didn't like that took her career to the next level. Sis was able to go viral. She was able to build a vibrant brand. And now she has book deals. She has cookware and foods in Target. She's been on different shows, all because her TikTok took off. There are so many people like Tabitha Brown, even before Tabitha Brown, who have used social media to take their business to the next level. My question to you is, what's taking you so long to do it? Why do you keep on hesitating? Why do you keep on waiting? What if today was the day that you were able to put out content and actually reach your audience? Not only did it bring in sales, but it also brought in visibility and opportunities. Not only were people buying from you, but you also started getting paid speaking engagements. How would that change your business? All because you made a decision today. Where would your business be 30 days from now? You join the challenge, you get a strategy, you work that strategy 30 days from now, you're able to get clients, leads, and opportunities. How would that shift your business? If you're in here and you're envisioning it, you can hear them screaming your name. You can see yourself reading the testimonies of people's lives that was transformed, all because they found you. They're telling you now, thank you so much that I found your TikTok. Thank you so much that I found you on LinkedIn, because if it wasn't for you, my life wouldn't be changed. What would that feel like for you? But you don't just get that one time. You're getting that down. You're now getting that at least 2 to 3 times a week. How would that shift your business? How would that shift you? Would you feel like that you were actually doing your part in this world, being purposeful and making an impact? If you're like, that's what I want, and I don't want to delay it, then go ahead and DM me the word challenge accepted. Send me your email while you're at it so I can personally send you an invite to the challenge. In the challenge, our goal is to focus on your brand so that when you show up with your content, you are showing up and attracting your dream clients. All right? Okay, so let's go into this second tip, but I want to do a quick reset. I'm talking about, I know my offer is good, so why isn't anyone seeing it? And I'm giving you a strategy. The first strategy was to be seen. And the best way to be seen is to be consistent by posting your content or showing up in your lives on a consistent schedule. And the second one was to create content that makes people want to binge, because if they binge, then they're going to buy, right? So that was the first tip. The second tip now is silence the scream. Some of you just stuck around because you wanted to know what that meant, right? Silence the scream. That loud inner critic that's inside of your head that is telling you, ain't nobody gonna buy that. Oh no, yeah, you built that 6-figure business, but you won't be able to get to 7 figures. We got to silence that voice, because that voice is detrimental to your business. It's the reason why you're still at 8 to 10K months and not 15 to 20K months. It's the reason why you're still at 20K months and you're not at 50K months yet, because that inner critic is telling you, no, just enough. Remember when you said, I just wanted to have just enough? Now you have just enough. Stay right there. The only problem is something inside of you is telling you just enough is not just enough. You're ready for abundance. So at what point do you start showing up so that you can unlock this abundance, this next level abundance in your business? For some of you, you are Christians, and there is something warring inside of you that you're thinking that this is all that God has for you. This is all that he wants you to have. But it's not true, because just enough is settling. Yeah, I said it. Just enough is settling. If you have just enough, That means you have just enough for you and maybe to pay your team right now. But what if you were supposed to have a multi-million-dollar business that employs thousands of families, but you're stuck at just enough? How can we unlock that abundance in you so that you can be a blessing? I want you to think about Tyler Perry. When Tyler Perry first started out, he was not shooting. He had plays that he would do from city to city, right? And as those Medea plays blew up, he had just enough to hire that cast, just enough to hire that crew. But guess what? He didn't settle for just enough. Why? Because he knew that I'm building generational wealth, and I'm not just building generational wealth. I am also going to help others build generational wealth too. So I got to keep on going. So what did he do? He went to the big screen. He started doing movies. And now to this day, he has his own studio in Atlanta where he gets to employ big stars and other people. My question to you is, are you done selling for just enough? Or do you want to build your business to the next level where you can employ your team so that they can grow as well, so that where you can take on more clients? There are some of you, the reason why you're not growing your business beyond just enough is because you're maxed out at one-to-one clients. That's all you do, one-on-one clients, one-on-one clients. And now you want to scale your business, but you're capped because that's where you're stuck in doing. Our goal is to help you get out of your own way. It's to show you a new strategy so that you're not just selling one-to-one, but you're selling one-to-many and still maintaining your energy. It's to get you from stuck from in here that's telling you, no, you have just enough. You're just good. That's telling you, no, you're not even good enough. We want to break those voices off of your mind. We want to silence those voices. Why? Because they get even louder when you're getting ready to go live. And that's why it's been hard for you to show up live. They get even louder when you're getting ready to post your videos. And I know it because there's some of you who have been telling me, oh yeah, I'm going to post today. And 3 weeks would go by, but you haven't posted yet. Who am I talking to right now? 3 whole weeks will go by and you still haven't posted yet. Why? Because that inner critic. And we got to silence it. We got to identify, what is it? Is it imposter syndrome? Is it fear of selling? Is it fear of being judged? There are some of you where you have a deep fear of being rejected. You have a deep fear of people seeing you and then saying, nope, I don't want to work with you. But we got to help you to break that off of you. Why? Because there are people waiting for you. How long are you going to have them keep waiting for you? They want to buy from you. They want to work from you. You were called to change their life. You were called to transform their life. But how long are you going to keep them waiting? Or are you going to decide today is the day that I get out my own way? I remember when I first started, I didn't even want to start a business. I did not want to start a business. All I wanted to do was work my comfy corporate job. I loved receiving a security check. I loved having benefits. I loved it. But what I didn't love was being underpaid and overlooked. I didn't love that part, right? And so God told me to quit my job, and then he told me to start my own business. And I thought, well, how am I going to make impact this way? If I start my own business, all I'm going to be doing is hustling. But something miraculous happened. When I started my own business, I started receiving testimonies from clients that told me, look at the testimonies that I'm receiving right now. They were getting testimonies from their clients that was telling them, thank you so much that I found you. I wouldn't be able to do this if it wasn't for you. And guess what I realized? That me helping them was so that they can help other people. It's a chain reaction. When you start your business and you help your clients, you're helping them to help other people. Oh, doesn't it feel good to be a link in the chain? A link in the chain that breaks curses, that builds wealth, that transforms lives. That's impact. But here's the thing. Some of you are making impact on a small scale. And it was nice when you started out 5 years ago. Word of mouth, one-to-one, inner circle. You're making impact on a local level. But now something inside of you is telling you it's time to make it on a larger level. Are you ready for it? Are you ready for the fame? Some of you, that's the real reason why you're not showing up, because you're not ready for the fame. You don't want people to know your name, because if they know your name, they can also pass judgment. And that scares you, Because what if they find out what you really think about yourself? But the reality is, and I'm going to just take this home. I'm going to take this home Christian wise. The reality is there's a bigger God out there who knows that you have a big impact to make. And what he has called you to do is contingent upon you saying yes today. But are you ready for that? Because if you're not, you'll just be like, this was a great speech, Star. Thank you very much. We loved it. And then you won't get started. But if you're tired of sitting and waiting and watching everyone get theirs but you, join us in a challenge so we can help you to get unstuck. That voice that keeps telling you you're not good enough, you're not worthy, people won't buy, you won't be able to get 7 figures. We want to break that off of you so you can hit the ground running in just 5 days. It doesn't take 3 months for you to get free. It doesn't take a year for you to get free. It takes 5 days or less so that you can identify what is this thing that keeps holding me back. Every time I say I'm gonna go for corporate clients, I keep falling back. Every time I say I'm gonna go live, I keep falling back. We want to address that voice because that voice is trying to stop you from being great. How many of you in here, you want to be great? You want to be great. And when I say great, I mean on a larger level. You want to be the person that they're calling to speak at big conferences. Like you want to be the next speaker at Funnel Hacking Live. You want to be the next speaker at Essence Fest. You want to be a presenter at the BET Awards. And think even bigger. It don't have to just be here. This is just where it starts. How do you think they're reaching their people? How do you think they're calling their speakers? They're looking for people with powerful platforms that have lots of followers who are engaged. It starts right here. But if you ain't ready for it, you won't ever join us, and that's okay. But if you are ready for it, DM me the word challenge accepted so I can personally send you an invite to the challenge. Also, send me your email in that DM so I can make sure that you get the invite to the challenge. This challenge is for you so that you can show up, you can shine, and you can be a blessing to your audience. Thanks, Kwanda. Right? So I'm going to pin it right now so you can get access to it. Oh, sorry, y'all. I forgot. Sorry, TikTok, YouTube, excuse me. Sorry, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube. I had my phone, my finger all up in your way, right? So it's pinned. Oh, I think I got rid of it. I'm pinning it right now so that you can actually DM me. There you go. It's only there for 30 seconds. And then if you are on Instagram or LinkedIn, you can DM me the word challenge accepted. Send me your email as well, and I'll personally send you an invite. If you are on YouTube, just comment it in the chat, and I will send you the link so that you can join us in the challenge. All right. All right. So we just talked about, I know my offer is good, so why isn't anyone seeing it? And I gave you 2 strategies so far. The first one was to be seen. And you get seen by being consistent with your content, having a consistent schedule for rolling it out. And then the second one was so that you can create binge-worthy content that will get your audience to binge and buy from you. The second tip I gave you was to silence the screen, that inner critic that keeps hindering you from showing up, that keeps hindering you from actually posting, and that keeps hindering you from actually selling to your audience on video. That's the thing that you're going to silence. The last one now is showcase the dream. And let me tell you, this was my favorite one. Showcase the dream. What do I mean by that? Your offer may be great, but if it's not communicated in a way that people want to buy, they're not going to buy. Right? So your goal is to share with them what your offer is so that they can actually buy to you. So now before I show you how you can showcase your offer, hey, Yvette, haven't seen you in a while in here, right? Before I show you how you can share your offer with your audience, here's what I want you to do. I want you to think about, I just lost my train of thought. That's cool. I want you to think about who this offer is for. Who is this offer for? Like, who are you selling this to, right? That's the biggest thing that you need to know. And then I want you to think about what is it that they desire. So from this offer, how is this going to feed their desire? That's the biggest thing, because I meet a lot of people where they have an offer. They don't know how to sell it because they don't know how to sell it on social media because they're accustomed to selling it one-to-one. So they could pick up on what the person is saying to them and they could tell them, here's how I can help you. And it's easy for them to close. But when it comes to doing it in video, it's extremely difficult to do it, right? So the first thing you want to do, who is this person? And then what is their desire? How does my offer fuel their desire or feed their desire, right? So now that you have that, the next thing is you want to communicate your offer by speaking directly to the desire. So stop selling the features. The features is I have a one-on-one session, it's 60 minutes long, it's a 6-month coaching program. They don't care about that. What they care about is how you are going to feed their desire. How does this help them? That's what you want to get to, right? So I want to give you I want to do a quick poll. If you're still in here, I want to give you a quick poll, right? And I want you to tell me what sounds better. So I'm going to read 2 offer statements. Tell me which one sounds better, A or B, A or B. So option A says, I help you create a monthly budget and track your expenses. I help you create a monthly budget and track your expenses. So that's option A. This is for a finance coach. Option B says, I help high achieving professionals finally feel in control of their money so they can save more, invest wisely, and stop living paycheck to paycheck, right? So one more time. I help high achieving professionals finally feel in control of their money so they can save more, invest wisely, and stop living paycheck to paycheck. So option A says, I help you create a monthly budget and track your expenses. Option B says, I help you so that you can save more, invest wisely, and stop living paycheck to paycheck. Which one of those would you buy? Which one of those would you buy? Option A or option B? You could just drop it in the chat. Excuse me. You could just drop it in the chat, A or B. A or B, right? I'm gonna give you a few seconds because I know it takes time for it to come through. So option A or B, right? Okay, so some of you are writing B. Exactly. Yeah, some of you are writing B. Exactly. Why? Because B speaks directly to the desire. You know exactly what you're going to get. So when you're creating your content, instead of speaking to the features, right? Instead of speaking to the journey that they're going to have to take, sell the destination. Sell the destination. Talk about their desires. This offer is going to help you so that you can blah, 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 blah. When you are selling like that, guess what? They're going to want to buy from you. They're going to want to buy from you. They're already binging your content. Your next step is to put out a sales video that actually feeds their desire so that they can buy from you, right? So again, when you are selling, what is the desire of your dream client? If you don't know what their desire is, guess what? It's going to be extremely hard for you to sell. Yep, Kareem said B. Thank you, Kareem. It's going to be extremely hard for you to sell. But here's the thing, because oftentimes when I'm working with coaches or even service providers, I would ask them, why does your audience want to buy this? And they don't know why the audience wants to buy. Instead, they're giving me their desire on why they feel like their audience should buy. I see that a lot, especially with finance coaches. They're like, they should buy because their finances aren't good, their budget isn't good. And the reality is, that's not why they want to buy. They want to buy because maybe they want to go on a luxurious vacation. They want to buy because maybe they want to buy a house. If you don't feed the desire, they're never going to buy. If you don't walk away with anything today, here is the one thing I want you to walk away with. And that is, people buy what they want, not what they need. People buy what they want, not what they need. There are a lot of you in here, you're selling people what they need. That's why they're not buying. That's why your engagement is low. And when you ask for the sale, they're like, no, thanks. Sell them what they want. And the only way for you to know what they want is by actually having a conversation with them. Ask them, what do they want? And then create video content that says, hey, here's my offer. Here's how you're going to get what you want so that they can buy from you. So especially if you're a coach and you're selling something, and every time someone asks you what they're buying, you start telling them it's a 3-month coaching program where you get to meet with us one-on-one on a Zoom call. You get access to a membership vault. No one cares. No one cares. What is it that they want? Do they want to be able to make an impact by being on stages? Do they want to land speaking engagements 5 a month? Do they want to increase their sales to 30K months, 40K months, 50K months? Do they want to get married? Do they just want to have a stronger relationship with God? Like, what is it that your audience wants? Sell that. If you are in insurance, especially if you are in insurance or in life insurance, oh my goodness. I know there's a lot of you who have the hardest time selling online because you keep trying to tell people to buy life insurance. Don't nobody want to buy life insurance unless they're towards the end of their life. They don't care. And you know it, right? Like you're having like one-to-one, it's easy to sell. If you're part of a group like New York Life or something like that, it's easy to sell because people are hearing about you, right? People are recommending you. You're going into different programs and speaking to them. But online, they don't want to buy that because they already believe that it is a scam. So sell them the thing that they want. Do they want to set their family up for life so that when they pass away, their family don't have to worry about being highly taxed from what is being passed down from them? Sell that. You see how different that is from we're selling life insurance. Well, now it's, oh, you know what? You get to protect your estate. When you die, they don't got to pay taxes on this. Oh, that's different. That's different. I had an aunt who passed away. And in order for us to take care of her estate, she actually had insurance. She had beneficiaries. She left it to us, and we got to take care of her. That was a peace of mind right there. So maybe your clients want peace of mind. Sell that. As opposed to, here's life insurance. Here's car insurance. Sell them the peace of mind. Sell them what they want. That's how they buy. That's how you want to show up in your videos. But here's the thing. There's some of you where you're hearing me and you're like, that's good. I'm going to take note of that. And then when you try it out, it doesn't work. Why? Because you don't know what your people want. In the challenge, we show you how to identify what they want. Sure, you can go to ChatGPT, you can write, what do my people want? And Chat is going to give you the most generic answer ever. I know it because I see it all the time. If you're not a marketeer, you won't know how to chat. You won't know how to prompt Chat in a way for it to give you the true desires of your dream client. You'll just be getting surface level information, and you'll know it's surface level when you post the content and nobody buys. So instead of having to have that headache and keep wondering why people aren't buying, join us in a challenge so we can help you. Right? I've had clients come in where they're like, well, I'm selling and no one's buying. And within 3 days of the challenge, make $750. Another one, get 3 sales. Another one, get 30 leads. Why? Because in just less than 3 days in the challenge, we show you exactly how to sell to your people to what they want. So if you're in here and you're like, that's exactly what I want you to go ahead and DM me the word challenge accepted. Send me your email address as well so I can personally send you an invite to the challenge. Again, the challenge starts July 7th, right? It's 5 days, July 7th. But here's the thing. You can wait till July 6th to get your ticket and lose out on so many bonuses that can help you get started right now. There are some of you where you want to get started right now. Not right now, but right now. I know I just told my age, right? You want to get started right now. So in order for you to get started right now, we have 2 ways that you can start with us. And the first way is by being the first 5 people to sign up for our VIP mixer. It's our early access mixer. And in this mixer, I get to meet you personally, learn more about your business, and help you to build momentum with creating your content. I share with you a VIP visibility strategy so you can start posting now before the challenge starts. Why is this important? Because if you work the strategy for 30 days, then when you join the challenge, we can show you how to pivot so you can sell. How amazing would that be? Another thing, if you sign up for the the Diamond Experience, we have our one-on-one elite marketing strategy session. So in that session, you get to book that as early as tomorrow. So you don't have to wait all the way until July in order for you to work with us. You get to book that session as early as tomorrow. We get to dive into who your dream client is, how you're going to show up on social media, and what content to create. And it only takes 30 minutes. It doesn't take 3 hours. It doesn't take 3 months. It takes 30 minutes to do that so that now when you're putting out your content, you're speaking directly to your audience. But here's the thing. These bonuses are only available before the challenge starts. So if you wait, you'll miss out. Just the first 5 people, all you have to do is DM me the word challenge accepted. Send me your email too. I will personally send you an invite so that you can get access to the challenge today. Hey, Kendra, honey. All right. So I want to share with you the 5 P's of prosperity on social media. The 5 P's of prosperity on social media. These 5 P's is what we teach you in the challenge so that you can thrive. Right? So this is what we teach you in the challenge so that you can thrive. If you don't have these 5 P's, that is why your sales are low when you show up on social media. That is why your engagement is low when you show up on social media. And that is why your following is stuck, right? So the first one, on day one, we teach you how to position your brand, how to position your brand like Jesus. So we do teach Bible marketing secrets, right? There was something that Jesus did when he showed up. And when he did this, he was able to grow significantly. So we show you how to do that. Day two, we show you how to package your message in videos with the power of storytelling. There's a lot of you where you are the expert. You have so much information in your head. But when it comes to putting it in 1 minute videos, you're struggling. You don't know how to turn this into video content. So I want to show you how to do that by using the power of storytelling. And the best part about this is you're not just telling stories, you're also selling. So we call this story selling. Day three, we show you how to produce a 6-figure content strategy. You're wondering how people are hitting 6 figures on social media, how they're getting 50K months. It is because they have a 6-figure content strategy. And I want to share that with you so you can have it too. Day 4 of the challenge, I show you how to present your offer in your videos so that now when you are selling, you can actually get leads from your videos. You can actually get sales from your videos and you feel confident. The goal is for you to sell without sounding salesy, without feeling icky or feeling slimy. The goal is for you to confidently sell your audience because they are waiting for you. They're waiting for you. They want to buy from you. And day 5 is how to profit from your videos. What system do you need to have in place so that you can consistently bring in people who are watching your content and then moving them from watching to buying, from watching to buying, from watching to buying? That's what we show you. If you are missing any of these P's in your marketing strategy on social media, well, it's no wonder why your following is low, your engagement is low, and your sales are low. So you may be thriving through word of mouth, you may be thriving through referrals, but if you want to add an additional stream of leads and revenue to your business, and you've decided I'm going to use social media to do that, but you're not really sure how, join us in a challenge. All you have to do is DM me the word challenge accepted, whether you're on Instagram, LinkedIn, or TikTok, and I will personally send you an invite to the challenge. If you are on TikTok, you can hit the orange button at the bottom left-hand corner of the screen so that I can send you the invite. Also, send me your email address as well. If you are on YouTube, just type challenge accepted in the chat, and I will pin the link for you so that you can get access to it, right? All right, y'all. So that's what I have today. We talked about, I know my offer is good, so why isn't anyone seeing it? I gave you 3 tips. The first tip was for you to be seen. The second tip was for you to silence the scream. And the third tip was for you to showcase the dream. When you're doing all of this, now people can see your offer. I'll be back again on Monday. Monday, I'm going live with a friend, and her name is Haley Rowe. Right. So on Monday, I'm going live at 9 a.m. Eastern with Haley Rowe. There's a reason why I'm going live with her, because there are some of you where you're just starting your business and you want to know, how do I get to 6 figures? Haley is the one to help you, not me. I help business owners where you're already at 6 figures, how you can scale your business. Right. So you want to know how to go from 0 to 100K? Haley's going to be sharing that with you. She's going live with me specifically on TikTok so that you will be able to get to know her. Some of you, I have shared her resources with you when you were like, I need Haley. So now you actually get to meet her on Monday at 9 a.m. Eastern. I look forward to seeing you all then.